Think you're too old to start sailing? Think again. And the sea doesn't care if you're 60 or 16, it just wants you to show up. You don't need a lifetime of sailing under your belt to chase the wind. All you need is the will to begin. This one's for every man who's ever said, maybe it's too late. I started after 60, and I'm here to tell you, it might just be the perfect time. Let's talk about why sailing later in life can be the most rewarding adventure yet. Starting sailing after 60 isn't a setback, it's an opportunity. With age comes a calm, focused mindset that actually suits the sailing lifestyle well. It's a rhythm-based activity, one that rewards patience, planning, and attention to detail. None of these traits are exclusive to the young. In fact, many people over 60 find themselves more mentally prepared for sailing than they ever were earlier in life. The sailing community welcomes latecomers. Whether you're joining a sailing club, enrolling in a course, or simply crewing with others, you'll find instructors and peers ready to support you. Technology and gear have also come a long way, making it easier to handle boats safely and comfortably, even without decades of experience behind you. What matters most is your willingness to learn. Sailing doesn't demand physical intensity as much as it demands awareness, care, and consistency. You don't need a head start to appreciate the peace of a quiet anchorage or the satisfaction of plotting your own course. Starting later in life simply means you're bringing a different kind of wisdom aboard. And in sailing, wisdom counts for a lot. It's not about when you begin, it's that you begin at all. Sailing always involves a level of risk. But after 60, you're often better equipped to assess and manage those risks wisely. Years of life experience naturally sharpen judgment and decision-making. While younger sailors may rely on physical energy or boldness, older sailors tend to think more steps ahead, avoid unnecessary dangers, and take a more calculated approach. This mindset actually enhances safety and success on the water. The rewards of sailing later in life are significant. There's freedom in charting your own course, quiet satisfaction in navigating with intention, and mental clarity that comes from being surrounded by the sea. Whether it's coastal cruising, living aboard, or just day sailing, the experience delivers a sense of purpose and adventure that can be deeply fulfilling. Being older doesn't mean avoiding risk, it means understanding it and deciding what's worth your time and effort. Sailing fits that balance perfectly. You can tailor the experience to your comfort level, sailing conservatively or exploring further as confidence grows. With good preparation and sound judgment, the rewards far outweigh the risks. Age doesn't limit the adventure. It shapes it into something richer and more meaningful. Fear is a natural part of stepping into something new, especially later in life. But in sailing, many of those fears can be addressed with preparation and knowledge. Fear of the unknown, of mechanical breakdowns, bad weather, or making mistakes is common and completely understandable. The key is recognizing that most sailing fears are not rooted in danger, but in unfamiliarity. Education and planning go a long way in replacing fear with confidence. Learning basic navigation, understanding weather patterns, practicing docking and anchoring, and getting to know your boat inside and out, these are all ways to reduce anxiety and build self-assurance. Sailing isn't about eliminating every unknown, but about becoming capable enough to handle them when they arise. Letting go of fear doesn't mean ignoring risk. It means being prepared, staying alert, and trusting your ability to adapt. The more you sail, the more your comfort zone expands. You learn that most problems have a solution, and that confidence is built one challenge at a time. For anyone over 60, sailing becomes less about fighting fear and more about embracing freedom, calm, and control. Sailing after 60 doesn't require peak athleticism, but it does call for a certain level of physical readiness. Flexibility, balance, and core strength are more important than brute force. Simple routines focused on mobility, stability, and endurance can keep you capable and confident on board. You don't need a gym, just consistency and attention to how your body feels and moves. Regular walking, stretching, and light strength exercises go a long way. Focus on areas that matter most on a boat: knees, shoulders, back, and grip strength. Many of the movements involved in sailing, like hauling lines, climbing into a dinghy, or maintaining balance underway, can be made much easier with just a bit of daily activity. It's also important to adapt the boat to match your physical needs. Add handholds, use mechanical winches, install an electric windlass, and keep decks clear. These changes reduce strain and allow you to sail longer with less fatigue. Staying fit isn't just about safety, it's about freedom. The better you feel, the more you can enjoy every aspect of the sailing lifestyle, from anchoring in new places to taking the helm in strong winds. Choosing the right boat after 60 is all about simplicity, comfort, and safety. You want a vessel that works with your body, not against it. Look for features that reduce strain, like roller furling sails, electric windlasses, reliable autopilots, and well-designed cockpit layouts. A boat that's easy to manage solo or with minimal help can make all the difference in how enjoyable your time on the water is. Smaller to mid-sized cruisers in the 25 to 35-foot range are often ideal. They offer manageable sail plans, cozy interiors, and less physically demanding systems. Prioritize wide side decks, strong handholds, and low-maintenance rigging. Inside, consider the ease of movement. Things like comfortable berths, galley access, and good lighting become more important with age. Draft and keel type also matter. Shoal draft designs can open up more anchorages and reduce the need for intense maneuvering in tight harbors. And keep an eye on ventilation and insulation. Your comfort at anchor or underway can hinge on airflow and climate control. At this stage in life, the goal isn't speed or flash, it's steady, comfortable, and reliable sailing. The right boat supports your goals, your body, and your desire to keep exploring without unnecessary hassle. Sailing after 60 gives you the flexibility to choose how you want to experience the water, either solo or with a crew. Each has its own rewards and challenges, and the best choice depends on your comfort level, sailing goals, and personal preferences. Solo sailing offers complete independence. You move at your own pace, make every decision, and enjoy deep solitude. It's ideal for those who value quiet reflection and self-reliance. That said, solo sailing demands more physical and mental energy. Systems need to be simplified, safety precautions must be a priority, and planning becomes even more important. On the other hand, sailing with a crew, whether it's friends, family, or fellow cruisers, brings camaraderie, shared responsibilities, and a different kind of joy. It can make long passages more manageable and give you a built-in support system. The good news is, you don't have to pick one or the other permanently. Many sailors switch between solo and crew depending on the trip. After 60, it's all about sailing in a way that fits your lifestyle. Whether alone or with good company, you're still out there doing what you love, and that's what truly matters. One of the most profound benefits of sailing after 60 is the mental clarity and peace that comes with life on the water. The constant noise of modern life, deadlines, traffic, digital distractions, fades away at sea. In its place, there's rhythm, simplicity, and space to think. The routine of sailing, checking the weather, trimming the sails, watching the horizon, grounds you in the present moment. Time slows down on a boat. There's no rush, no clock to punch. Your days are shaped by wind, tide, and light. That natural pace can be deeply healing, especially after decades of hustle. Whether anchored in a quiet cove or making a long passage, the sea offers a kind of stillness that's hard to find anywhere else. Sailing also brings a sense of purpose. There's always something to do, something to learn, and something to improve. That keeps your mind engaged without being overwhelmed. After 60, that balance of challenge and calm, effort and ease can have a powerful impact on mental well-being. Out on the water, many sailors find not just a new adventure, but a renewed sense of self. The sailing community is one of the most welcoming groups you'll ever come across, and that connection only deepens with age. After 60, many sailors are no longer chasing deadlines. They're chasing sunsets. That shared mindset naturally brings people together. Whether you're anchored in a remote bay or tied up at a marina, chances are someone nearby is ready for a chat, a laugh, or to lend a hand. Sailors tend to look out for each other. It's not uncommon to swap weather updates over the radio, trade spare parts, or share a meal on the aft deck. Friendships form quickly because you already have something in common, a love of the water and a sense of adventure. And for older sailors, there's added depth in those connections. Conversations go beyond surface level. They're often about purpose, life choices, and personal stories. Social gatherings are relaxed. Potlucks on the beach, coffee in the cockpit, sundowners with new neighbors. Sailing doesn't have to be a solitary experience unless you want it to be. The friendships found afloat are often as meaningful as the voyages themselves. After 60, it's not just about the places you go, it's about the people you meet along the way. With age comes experience, and that's one of the most valuable tools you can bring aboard. Sailing isn't just about muscle or fast reflexes, it's about decision-making, patience, and staying calm under pressure. These are areas where older sailors often excel. Years of dealing with life's ups and downs make you better equipped to handle challenges at sea with clarity and confidence. Older sailors tend to plan more carefully, respect the weather more deeply, and listen to their intuition. They know when to push forward and when to wait. That kind of judgment can prevent the majority of problems before they even begin. It also means more efficient passages, better maintenance routines, and safer sailing overall. Wisdom also helps with communication, whether it's with crew, other boaters, or folks back on shore. You know how to navigate personalities as well as channels, and when something does go wrong, you're less likely to panic and more likely to solve the issue calmly. Sailing rewards steady hands and thoughtful choices. After 60, you're not just older, you're better at what really counts out there. The sea doesn't ask for youth, it asks for respect, and wisdom delivers that in spades. Someday is a dangerous word. It's easy to keep dreams on the back burner, especially when life feels full of responsibilities. But after 60, time starts to feel more precious, and that's exactly when sailing becomes not just a dream, but a priority. The truth is, there's no perfect moment to start. Conditions will never be flawless, and there will always be reasons to wait. But the longer you delay, the more likely it is that the opportunity slips away. Sailing isn't about perfection. It's about showing up, adjusting the sails, and making the best of what the day gives you. Every sunrise at sea, every breeze on your face, every peaceful anchorage, that's a gift you don't want to postpone. The gear can be upgraded, the skills can be learned, and the route can be adjusted. But the decision to begin has to come from you. The sea will always be there, but your time to enjoy it is now. Whether it's a small boat on a local lake or a bigger journey along the coast, take that first step. Sailing later in life isn't a second choice, it's often the best one. Don't wait for someday. Go now. Sailing after 60 isn't about making up for lost time, it's about making the most of now. You don't need to be young to chase the wind, you just need the desire to start, the patience to learn, and the courage to cast off. The sea doesn't ask your age, it asks your heart. So, if the dream's still alive, don't wait for the perfect moment. This is it. Thanks for being here. I'll see you out on the water.